Is there certain rules in terms of like how long each chapter should be? Um, you know,
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Like how long the
So,
book it should be in general, like
right.
how many chapters.
Well, I have some strong opinions about this. But you'll have to read my second book to find out. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
Um, okay, here's my honest opinion. Everyone and their mom has an opinion, so do what you want.
Okay.
All of it. Just own it.
Okay.
Like,
Okay.
oh, you think that a chapter can't be one word? Too bad. I'm going to make a chapter one word.
Okay.
Ultimately, the point of the book, other than leveraging it for yourself, but the point of the book for the reader is to communicate entertainment, education, value. You can do that in one word. You can do that in 15,000 words. So, like, I've flipped through little books that were 40 pages and loved them. And I also love Game of Thrones, and those are 1,000 pages each. It's not nonfiction, but still. So I'm like I get like all mad about this because like I get so mad at other people for telling us you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. You know what I mean? So don't let that cripple you. Because if
Okay.
it's valuable content, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's 1,000 chapters, 1,000 pages, or one. But I can tell you this, that the minimum number of pages you need to use Create Space in Kindle Direct Publishing's on-demand printing for books is 24 pages. So it needs to be 24 pages. That's the only requirement.
That
And if it
doesn't
gets
even
too
seem
big
like
too, they won't
much.
print it. Say it again.
I said that doesn't even seem like very much.
I know, right?
Uh,
But
Yeah, I'm like,
can
that's not
I
a
can
lot.
I chime in?
yeah, please do, Tim.
Um, there's a guy named Dan Kennedy who was one
Yeah.
of the top of the mountain marketing gurus.
Hmm.
If there's a guy who knows what he's talking about, he knows what he's talking about, and he's talking about marketing and sales letters and that kind of thing. But I think it applies to your question, Brooke. It should be as long as it needs to be.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Whatever
Mm-hmm.
your chapter is, if you can say it in three
Right.
sentences, that's all you need. That's fine. But if the next one takes 40 pages, that's fine too.
Right.
You don't want to. My personal opinion now, I guess, is you don't want to just throw a bunch of stuff in there and filler just to try to get to X number of pages, whatever
Yeah.
you've decided that's supposed to be. But if you've got a lot to say on a subject, say it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And it's definitely also, to Tim's point, I think also kind of opposite from the academic side of things. Because I remember, when I used to write academically, it was like you had to have a certain word count, a certain page number. And it was
Right.
almost like you were supposed to just show off how smart you were by going on and on and on and like using giant words. But if your goal is to communicate a certain message and story to people, then just do that the best you can, and it's going to be perfect how it is.
Cool. Thank you.
Sure.